Hello, Austin Powers here. Today I have a review for you. As I said, Veterans Day was the day that I would post my Call of Duty Black Ops review, but I'm not posting everything. This is just a single-player review. So if you're looking for a multiplayer review, check back on my channel soon, or go watch another review. But this is going to be a single-player review, and if you haven't checked out the single-player yet, or if you're thinking of getting this game for something other than multiplayer, which is doubtful, but if you are, you know, this could be something interesting for you to see. So, as you can see right now, the lighting in this game, the presentation, the graphics are all kind of phenomenally put together. The flashes of lightning add to the intensity, the beating music, the rain, all of this. I mean, this is a gameplay in Tokyo, I think, or I think it's Tokyo rooftops, or yeah, and it's just incredibly intense to be running along rooftops in the rain and lightning. And here you're going to see a little bit something different, but I'd like to talk about the weapons in this game. Well, a different kind of weapon that you wouldn't see in a Call of Duty game usually is up here. This is a crossbow, and what this is it's like a crossbow with an explosive tip. And the reason they have these interesting weapons like this, ballistic knives, this thing called the Grim Reaper, all kinds of these really cool, interesting, and past the date of this game's release, like weapons, is because these deniable operations, these black op operations, those who were participating in them, the special forces, were able to use weaponry that was not currently available. They were able to test weaponry, and also, like, it was kind of they were a little bit more free to do what they wanted. And speaking of black operations and how the story works, basically the whole plot of the story works around you being questioned and going through flashbacks of different black ops you've been in, and this guy is trying to get some information out of your head that you just can't seem to remember, and you're telling him all about these old missions you've been on and old experiences you've had. And it's a really interesting story. It's kind of like a puzzle to put together. In fact, there are two endings, one of which comes after the credits and makes the whole entire story questionable. But anyways, that's something you have to check out and play the full game to really see. And make sure to don't skip the credits and go to the main menu. Watch all the credits and then watch that. It's an incredible twist. But anyways, so it's kind of like a puzzle, but it's really confusing. Actually, it can be a little bit too confusing at times because it's hard to follow. I think I'm gonna have to play it two or three times to fully understand it, shall I say? So the audio in this game, the sound quality is great. Although I don't really like the sound of explosions, I think they sound kind of muffled. I don't know, that's just me, or if it's other people think that, but all the explosions seem to sound really similar and kind of muffled. But other than that, I think the audio is incredible. I know the guns by sound by this point, and the voice acting is phenomenal. The music, I actually like the music better in Modern Warfare 2. It was done by a great composer, Hans Zimmer. I'm not sure who did the music for this game, but it's not as good. It's not really something to be looked upon for games. It's not what it's for. This game is for the epic, intense action, and it delivers. The gameplay in this game is incredible, like always, but if not a little bit familiar to what we saw in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, and World at War. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of explosions, and I don't think that's a bad thing per se, but it's certainly there. Yeah, and the controls are also, as usual, amazing. So the last thing that I really want to talk about is the fact that a lot of people are saying it's Modern Warfare 2 with a fresh coat of paint. And in some ways it is. In some ways the multiplayer and single player are both kind of Modern Warfare 2 with a fresh coat of paint. But in some ways it isn't. And personally, I think that this is much more action-packed than Modern Warfare 2, and that this has so many more exciting moments and it looks so much better, and voice acting is incredible, and it's just filled with all kinds of great, epic moments and interactive, cool scenes, and it's just an experience that is not to be missed. Overall, I think that the single-player campaign is probably worth your time, even if you're one of those people who goes straight to multiplayer. And it's just something that it could possibly make you go holy shit on the couch and like just jolt in like excitement and adrenaline. It is top-notch action, the best of the best. And there are some bad things though, and I'm going to talk about those now. The main is that it's kind of really familiar to Modern Warfare 2 specifically, and actually there's a returning character, if you didn't already know, who we'll see up in this review very soon, from World at War, and he's Reznov, and I'm kind of confused at why he returned into the game, whatever, but that's that, and my other than the familiarity, which, you know, you can't really deal with, it's a Call of Duty game, my biggest gripe for this game is probably the fact that it's just a little bit too repetitive at sometimes. Like, you play a level and you play another level, and it almost feels like you just play the same level, but just in a different location. Because it kind of does this, like, vehicle sequence, slow motion, and epic weapon, and then, like, just regular shootout mixture of each level. And I think the pacing's great, but just can get a little repetitive. And the vehicle sequences are fun, but some of the action movie style doesn't really go along well and fit harmoniously with the really mature tone of this game. And this game is mature, very mature, and probably one of the most mature shooters out there to date. Mostly because of its gritty action. And, you know, there are some scenes which you can skip forward and you can choose to avoid. And those scenes are definitely... There's no controversial no Russian scene like in Modern Warfare. But, oh, here's Reznov, by the way, in a second. But there's no controversial scene like that, but there's still some pretty gruesome stuff going on in the game. And, you know, that's that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Overall, I give the single-player campaign of Call of Duty Black Ops 9.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. This is Austin Powers. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.